Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1987 Supermod. I'm your host, Brad Drake, and this is the revival of the World Wrestling Association. Our next event here, everybody, is television. Bruiser Bedlam is due to be recorded tonight in the game world. We're going to take a little bit of a detour, and I know that we have a lot of new viewers and listeners to our program. So some of you were not around a couple hundred episodes ago when we were going over broadcasters and broadcasting and everything like that. So we are going to spend this episode hooking up the WWA with some broadcasters. So right now, for the WWA, our television is only reaching the Great Lakes. Now, I always strive for realism in my saves, as those of you that watch the programs know, all of our programs here on the PowerCast Network. So we're going to keep this somewhat realistic. The WWA in its prime was all over the real world Midwest. So what they have cut into Great Lakes and Midwest in the game, that in real life is really what's considered the Midwest. Now, I've also heard that the WWA stretched as far as some spots in the Northeast, like in New York. They had a little bit of television in New York and Pittsburgh, those areas. So that's tri-state in this game, and also New England. And just like the AWA, the WWA had some presence in Manitoba. So to make this simple, we're going to write this down. We're going to look for a small broadcaster to keep it realistic in tri-state and also New England. We're going to look for a medium broadcaster in the Midwest. And we're also going to look for a broadcaster, it doesn't matter which size really, in Manitoba. We'll kind of take what we can get there, if we can get it. So, with that said, that's the realism. Now, one of the nicest features of the 1987 Supermod, which I am pretty proud of, is the fact that I introduced a ton of new broadcasters that you can score deals with. Real broadcasters that really existed, most of which actually covered wrestling. So that was a problem with the old version of this mod, the original version created by Gennady, is they just had like cable networks and stuff like that in there. Well, that wasn't how 80s wrestling on television worked. 80s wrestling on television worked with mostly syndication, which was local television broadcasters that were, how do I put this? We've already explained what syndication means. So a promotion would send like a salesman or somebody to a local broadcaster. For example, Rockford, Illinois. Okay, AWA Vern Gagne would send Eric Bischoff in 1988 to Rockford to meet the station manager for the television station in Rockford, and he would strike a deal. So then that would become part of syndication. So when the AWA recorded, its month's worth of shows out of Las Vegas, they would then send a tape to Rockford, and that would become part of the syndication. Then the AWA would run shows in Rockford, and they would cut Rockford-specific promos for that syndicated television show. So one of the things I'm most proud of in this game is you can see all these added broadcasters. And it's not only in the United States. It's also Canada. We added them in Japan, Australia, New Zealand, India, the Soviet Union. You name it, it's in the game. So it's one of the proudest things I did, and it's pretty cool. Now, here's the other thing. that people need to realize. It wasn't extremely difficult to get on these local television stations. It wasn't like it was now where there was 1,000,001 television shows and well, there were a lot of television stations. So they had time to fill. So a lot of them were happy to put wrestling onto a morning or an afternoon time slot on a Saturday or Sunday. They were more than happy to do it. It was cheap for them to run that programming. Wrestling almost always drew high numbers, and they were able to make money off of ads. So in this game, you'll find it's real easy to create your own syndicated network. You can go crazy with it if you want and get television around the whole world if you want, and it's not unrealistic. So let's take a look here, and we're going to see who wants to negotiate with us, and we're going to look at the USA first. Okay, so here we go. We got a ton of stations that are willing to negotiate with us. Now, I've always hoped that you could narrow this search down to region, but as you can see, it's not an option in this version of TEW, which is 2020. So we go back to our notepad here, and we're looking for a small broadcaster in the tri-state. Oh, that was an accident. Tri-state and New England areas, okay? So we just go down the list here. We're looking for tri-state and New England. Most of these are from the west here. Well, we are looking for the Midwest, and KMSP, which is St. Paul, used to be the broadcaster for the AWA, wants to do business with us. Let's go ahead and make a deal with them. That makes total sense. So we're going to do a new deal for Bruiser Bedlam. Let's go with 1 year, afternoon. They're happy with these terms. Neither one of us are going to pay money. Let's propose the deal. Bam. We got a television station now in the Midwest for the next year. Let's keep going down the line here. Remember, we're looking for tri-state, and we're looking for New England. Some of these channels are superstations like you just saw. That's KTVT. That was a superstation around the country. World Class was with them for years before they signed their cable deals. And they went with another superstation, which was Christian Broadcasting Network. All right, we are running out of options here. Okay, Sports Channel is interested in us. We'll consider that. And Sports Channel New York is also interested. So Sports Channel New England and Sports Channel New York are interested in us, which is cool. Let's see if we can't get another independent station. If not, we'll just sign with them. Okay, here's what we're looking for. A small station that's willing to have us. And they are maxed out, so we cannot sign with them. So New England, that's medium. New England, small. I feel comfortable being realistic here. Of course, we can't sign with them either because somebody else has a TV deal with them. And moving right along here. Nobody has a deal with WLNE. Let's try to see if we can find a small station first. Tri-state medium. And I made it realistic with these smaller stations too, and made it so they could only have one promotion at a time on their channels. This is tempting with Ontario, but we'll come back. Remember, we're really looking for tri-state small if we can. New England small, let's see if they'll do business with us. They're maxed out. Okay, it looks like we're going to be dealing with medium for Tri-State. So we're going to go and we're going to do a deal with Sports Channel. No problem. All right, we're going to sign with Sports Channel New England. Same deal, afternoon. Unlimited, 1 year. Nobody's paying anything. We're good. Okay, now we got Sports Channel New York and Bruiser Bedlam. 1 year, afternoon. See the minimum quality expected to. This helps us. We can always change the time slot if things work out for us. Now, we don't know in our situation. We could end up losing a bunch more wrestlers here and drop. We just don't know. So I feel safe doing this afternoon slot with a minimal quality expectation on us. All right, so we are signed. So now let's go to our search again. Let's go to Canada. Let's see who wants to work with us in Canada. Remember, we're looking for Manitoba. Seeing if anybody's available from Manitoba. There we go. CBWT is interested. Let's see if we can get somebody small from Manitoba. We'll shake things up and start from the bottom here, too. That's another one that's medium. Big. We don't need to be big. Okay, Manitoba, small, perfect for us. Perfect. Bruiser Bedlam, 1 year deal, afternoon. Perfect. We proposed that. We're signed. So that, folks, is how it's done here. Now we take a look at our broadcasters that we're signed up with. So now we have coverage in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total regions. So this helps us out big time. We can go ahead and take a look at the coverage here. You can see it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I was wrong. We have 5 regions. So we are set here. We're looking good. I'm happy. It's realistic. We're true to our product. So I'll tell you what. Why don't we take a look at our relationships here? Of course, we are sister companies with the AWA. Let's see, just for the heck of it, let's try to do a talent trade with the AWA. And sometimes I forget how to do this. Ugh. Maybe we look at, isn't there one that says talent trades? As you can see, I don't do this often. There's talent trades. I could have clicked on this all along. Let's see if we take a look at our roster. We're a little heavy right now on heels. So why don't we see if there's a young baby face that we could get. I like DJ Peterson. I'd like DJ Peterson to get some reps with us. And we need to do a talent trade here. So we have a lot of heels. Why don't we trade? I don't want to trade Mike Powers. I don't want Ron Powers. I don't want Ron Powers losing. Why don't we get Razor DeVito some time? And they don't want Razor DeVito. This might be a problem for us. They're not very interested in us at all here. We're offering them tag teams and they still don't want it. Oh boy. They do not want to give up DJ Peterson. Okay, everybody, it looks like we are not going to get DJ Peterson. So let's go through their roster here. Can we get Jerry Blackwell? No. Can we get what's what makes this so difficult? I don't want to cheat yet to do some trades, but if we have to, we will. We need a babyface. Can we get Wahoo? Nope. Let's go back to the top. We can't get anybody here. Baron. Billy Robinson, maybe? Wonder if we could get Blackie Guzman. Cactus Jack. DJ Peterson is pretty low end here. Yeah, this isn't happening. We're not even going to get low end enhancement talent in a trade. So what we can do is try to get our guys some more experience in the AWA. I'd like to offer from Razor DeVito, see him get some work. The AWA is not interested. Well, I guess forget that attempt. So what are you gonna do? All right, that's gonna do it for us, folks, for this this shorter video. I just wanted to show you how TV broadcasters work. There's a lot of you that are new to the channel, and I thought that would be a good opportunity for you to see something a little bit different than what we usually have. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that talent swap to work. We could see if they would let us join the alliance that they also have with the CWA and World Class. That also would not be unrealistic. Let's see if they'll take us. They accepted us. Yes, we will join. Awesome. Very cool. I like it. Now we could do an alliance loan. And I would like to bring in DJ Peterson. Unfortunately, we can only get him for one show. But that's all right. Oh, since we're broke, we can't do it. We're learning all sorts of things here, everybody. But hey, at least we're in an alliance, and people might use our talent to get some experience. So that's a good thing. And it's not unrealistic with the relationship that the WWA had with the AWA to get involved with that alliance, which actually wasn't a formal, real alliance. But any of us that are fans of 80s pro wrestling know that the CWA, World Class, and the AWA really were an alliance. They were working together and actually working to unify their heavyweight championships together. So now, everybody, officially, that's going to do it for us here for this episode. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all you new subscribers, all you new viewers. We are doing better than we've ever done, and we've actually hit now over 4,000 views a day for our videos. So that's terrific. In just the last 30 days, we have bumped up 500 views per day. So we continue to grow. The PowerCast network continues to grow, and it's all because of you good, loyal people, and I really appreciate it. For those of you that don't know, you can become a member of our Patreon page by going to patreon.com/PowerCastNetwork. All of our videos on there are released days, sometimes weeks ahead of time. So you can be right caught up with the storylines pretty close, and you get all that fresh before anybody else. You will get all of our content before anybody else. This also, the Patreon membership also includes free access to our spreadsheets, all the spreadsheets with all the data to begin your save already input inside of them. And also, we will be having a release on September 15th of version 9, and it's only going to be offered to our Patreon members. So, for those of you that have not joined already, consider it. Memberships start off at $5, and everybody that is a Patreon member so far really enjoys it, and we're getting rave reviews. So, once again, thank you, everybody. For those of you that are new to the channel, if you would like version 8, you can go to braddrake.net, drop me a line. I'll be more than happy to send you over a link to the database and the picture pack. Also, you can join us on Facebook, facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. You can also join the PowerCast Network page by going to facebook.com/PowerCast Network. And last but not least, everybody, I thank you for all of your continued support, and we'll see you tomorrow. Did you know that you could advertise on this channel? Well, you can. Call 815-290-9087 and talk to me today about advertising on our channel. We get over 3,500 hits. We also have a thriving website. We can come up with all sorts of packages for you and make things happen together. Again, that's 815-290-9087 or visit braddrake.net.